All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Red Thread Ministries. Brian, how are you?
Hello, everybody. Oh, well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a great day for me personally,
Mm-hmm.
but it's been a rough day, as we know.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
People listening to this in the future, this is the day that Charlie Kirk was assassinated,
Mm-hmm.
perhaps martyred,
Yeah. Hmm.
being one of the only, certainly one of the only Christian people in American pop culture.
Yeah.
It is weird that's what you hate to see. I don't want to say it's weird.
Right.
I mean, the Bible tells us that it's going to happen,
Mm-hmm.
but you hate to see it,
Right. Yeah, it's
literally, because I saw it. And we just talked about, like a couple episodes ago, we talked about me not wanting to see that kind of stuff.
yeah, right.
And, but I looked it up and it was way more graphic than expected. Just a terrible thing. And so it's just shocking,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
made me feel sick.
I know, dude. Yeah.
Like the moment you saw it, you're just like, he's gone. Um, all the news, all the people waiting for the news reports and saying that they were praying for him. Are like the people that are praying for him are the people that didn't see the video
Yeah.
because good lord, um, I don't know why God allowed it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's something we hadn't talked about yet,
Yeah.
and I don't know yet. I don't know, um, because this is a big win for the enemy
Yeah.
today,
Mm-hmm.
um, and it's hard to see it that way. There's also a lot of people that have been radicalized today that otherwise wouldn't have been.
Right.
And that makes my country, you're in Japan, so
Mm-hmm.
this doesn't even matter to you anymore, but in America, my goodness, I can't,
Yeah.
if the pendulum was going to swing back blue, I tell you what, it's not going to go very far.
No. No, it's
Um,
it's kind of hard. I was
yeah.
praying this morning because I don't know, man. I've listened to podcasts with him. Like I probably disagree with some of the things he says, but it seems like his heart was in the right place and he was a genuinely good person. So maybe it was because it was the first thing I saw when I woke up for some reason, but it sat real heavy with me. So I prayed about it and I got into the whys, like why did you let this happen? But then I felt bad because that's me questioning his plan. You know what I mean? So I kind of had to walk it back, but it's difficult to wrestle with sometimes that it happened for a reason that we may never know, I guess. But it's always I don't know, man. It's hard to really wrestle with that stuff sometimes.
It is because, just a few months ago, everyone was praising God for saving Trump,
Mm-hmm.
apparently,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
when I think we could probably all argue that Charlie Kirk's actually seems to be a Christian.
Yeah. right.
And so it's like, okay, why save Trump, not save Charlie? I don't know.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not us. It's sometimes, yes, not for us to know,
Mm-hmm.
but I do know that it's not our right to be mad at God for anything.
Right. Absolutely.
And that being mad at him, knowing that being against his will is foolish,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
what can you really say other than, well, whenever other people talk about this, I always got to mention that, I mean, God doesn't necessarily rule the earth.
No.
This is Lucifer's domain.
Mm-hmm.
God can do whatever he wants at any time, but he
Right.
usually doesn't unless people have been praying for that thing specifically. And I believe that to be true. Like,
Yeah.
that's what prayer's for,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
is to get the, you know, the that's the DLC.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for the non gamers, that's that's like extra stuff you get after you bought the game.
That's like the free expansion,
Yeah,
you
yeah. So
know?
us praying and getting the Holy Spirit, that's the DLC from
Yeah.
the Bible.
Yeah.
And him interceding for us and,
Right.
you know, maybe, preventing bad things from happening, perhaps.
Yeah. And
And this was a really bad thing that happened, and it was recorded very up close and graphic, and it was
right.
just terrible.
Yeah.
Um, that's what's shocking about it. Just like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
let's go back to '90s cameras.
Right. I saw a picture of it. I don't know that I could handle the video. And I was kind of wondering, is the reason it sat so heavy, is it because it was a brother in Christ? I mean, you shouldn't you should always like feel something when someone dies, but there are people who are like I have no empathy, blah blah blah, gun control, stuff like that. It's like, dude, what? It has nothing to do with that. Anybody who
Listened to
wants a
Charlie
gun can get
talk
a gun.
quite a bit.
What's that?
I've listened to Charlie talk quite a bit.
Yeah.
Not a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and for the same reason. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sick. Is that he gives off annoying little brother energy,
Yes. Yeah, I would agree with that.
but that's not a reason to kill someone.
Uh-uh. I mean, I've encountered
Was
many
he
annoying
killed for
people in my life.
being a Christian though, and spreading Christian beliefs and being anti-Islamic?
Hmm.
Um, we don't know yet. It just happened a few hours ago
Yeah.
for us. So this is a candid breaking news while we do the podcast kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because we were doing the podcast today regardless.
Mm-hmm.
This just happened to happen today.
Yeah. It's weird, man. I can't. I have truly detested people in my day. I just cannot fathom killing someone over something like that. It's like, why? What's the point, dude? Ugh. And that goes for everybody who gets murdered, right? The
Especially
same.
in such a cowardice way.
Yeah.
Um, it's like it was meant to send a message, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they still haven't
And
found
it
him.
was, but well, they think they have now, maybe,
No, I just
or
saw that
apparently
the
they're,
the second person they thought that they had in custody or whatever that they thought it was
yeah.
the shooter was not. They released him after interrogating.
Wow.
Yeah, that was like 5 minutes ago. The
Wow.
post said.
So they're, wow, wow. So we still don't know.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Still out there, um, which might let you think that it's a professional.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I think they said that they were dressed in full dark, full black, and they're on a rooftop.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
That's the
think they
only
left the gun
information I
too,
got.
so it would have
Wow.
been
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Why wouldn't you?
yeah would have been super easy to get away, especially if you had half a brain, I guess.
And then he definitely had a place to drop those clothes off and had a whole set of clothes on underneath.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
For sure
Mm-hmm.
that had to have happened. So where are those black clothes?
Right.
Try to find those, I guess. We're
Yeah.
over here turning us into a crime scene
Yeah, dude.
podcast,
Like we know anything, but.
but I'm just doing my thing, which is just talking. But the other day, we were like, what are we going to do the podcast on? And, we've been doing parables for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just like, I'm just going to talk about Jesus,
And that's what's up, dude.
and I don't know what else yet, and I was just like, I'm going to talk about Jesus, who he was, who he said he was.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I like that a lot.
That's what we're doing. We're going to do a few I am statements
Mm-hmm.
today.
Um.
Talk about Jesus, who he is in God, and who we are in Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mentioned to you about maybe reading 1 John initially, 1 through I think 18, because I think that's who he is, right? Um. So if you don't mind, or if you want to take it in a completely different direction, that's fine as well.
No, you can read it.
Okay. All right. Excuse me. I think I
What
got
are you
your
reading?
sickness. 1 John, the word became flesh. I need to start sharing my screen, you know? So,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
all right.
Oh,
So,
oh, to me in the call.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've got it up on my monitor. Just, you can't see that. And I should probably start
Yeah, I
sharing my screen.
I have where we're going later up on my
Yeah. Okay.
screen.
All right. So let me read this real quick just because I love it so much.
Yeah.
I started reading John for the second time, like I told you, and it's just way different than I remember the first time. Um, so the Word became flesh. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Though through him all things were made, without him nothing was made that has been made. In him was life, and that life was the light of all mankind. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. There was a man sent from God whose name was John. He came as a witness to testify concerning that light, so that through him all might believe. He himself was not the light, he came only as a witness to the light. The true light that gives light to everyone was coming into the world. He was in the world, and through the world was made through him. And though the world was made through him, the world did not recognize him. He came to that which was his own, but his own did not receive him. Yet to all who did receive him, to those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God. Children born not of natural descent, nor of human decision or a husband's will, but born of God. The Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us. We have seen his glory, the glory of the one and only Son, who came from the Father, full of grace and truth. John testified concerning him. He cried out, saying, "This is the one I spoke about when I said, 'He who comes after me has surpassed me, because he was before me.' Out of his fullness we have all received grace in place of grace already given. For the law was given through Moses, grace and truth came through Jesus Christ. No one has ever seen God, but the one and only Son, who is himself God and is in the closest relationship with the Father, has made him known." Dude, that they put the numbers and the letters after like every line, and it trips me up every time. That's why it seems disjointed when I read it, because I my brain reads them as commas or like breaks in the sentence, and that's not what it is.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I understand
Yeah, it's like the little W's and X's and stuff. I don't know why my
that.
brain makes it a pause in the statement in the sentence, but it does. But I don't know. I just really sat with that last night because I was ambitious and wanted to read through all of John because that's where most of the I am statements come from. Last night,
Yeah,
I made it to 8 and then passed out. But yeah, I don't know, man. That one just
that's a good night.
it just sat with me for some reason. I just kept reading it, and I was I don't know. It wasn't like some revelation or anything, but it just like really stood out to me for some reason. So I just kept reading it, and stuff was just making sense. So I was like, man, I've got to read it a third time now and a fourth to see where this really takes me. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I've read John plenty, and I've listened to John a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Been listening to John and Luke a lot at work.
Excuse me.
I'm out delivering.
Yeah. I.
I've realized that it's best to just I always got the CD player going
Mm-hmm.
with the New King James Audio Bible.
Ooh, that's what's up, dude.
It's like acted out
Yeah.
and with different voices and
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Yeah.
I've listened to the same one forever. I think my mom may have bought that in like 2004,
That's
2005.
crazy.
and I still have it. I still have it, and some of them don't work anymore.
Yeah,
But I mean, yeah, I've listened to those CDs a lot.
yeah. That's
And now that I'm working, just delivering,
right.
I find myself listening to like the CD like twice a day.
Yeah. I it's interesting you say that because I don't listen to music often anymore. I just turned the Bible app on because I've been playing through the Old Testament with the audio version of it. So I more
Yeah,
often than not just throw that on. I don't know why, and I don't think I absorb a lot of it because I'm distracted by driving, but I remember a lot more than I think I would being as distracted as I am driving. So it's got to be working to varying degrees.
right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But anywho, let's get to the first and my favorite um, I am statement. Let me pull it up here. Probably easier to.
We're going to John 8:58.
Yes, sir. Let's see here. All right. So should we read from like
We
54?
should start. No, start from 48.
48? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Jesus' claims about himself. The Jews answered him, "Aren't we right in saying that you are a Samaritan and demon possessed?" "I am not possessed by a demon," said Jesus, "but I honor my Father and you dishonor me. I am not seeking glory for myself, but there is one who seeks it, and he is the judge. Very truly I tell you, whoever obeys my word will never see death." At this they exclaimed, "Now we know that you are demon possessed. Abraham died, and so did the prophets, yet you say that whoever obeys your word will never taste death. Are you greater than our father Abraham? He died, and so did the prophets. Who do you think you are?" Jesus replied, "If I glorify myself, my glory means nothing. My Father, whom you claim as your God, is the one who glorifies me. Though you do not know him, I know him. If I said I did not, I would be a liar like you, but but I do know him and obey his word." Wow.
I
Dang.
like how you're
Wow.
like, ooh,
Yeah. Ouch.
ooh.
Yikes.
He really does be burning sometimes.
You got to think they probably don't have like swear words as we know them back then. So that was probably a real gut punch to hear something like that as a man of the law, you know? So 56.
Yeah.
Your father Abraham rejoiced at the thought of seeing my day. He saw it and was glad. You are not yet 50 years old," they said to him, "and you have seen Abraham." "Very truly I tell you," Jesus answered, "before Abraham was born, I am." At this they picked up stones to stone him, but Jesus hid himself, slipping away from the temple grounds. Dude, that's my favorite. Before Abraham was born, I am. It's crazy,
I
dude.
am.
Whew.
What an insanely bold thing to say.
I know. It gives me goosebumps, man. I got a
It
blanket
is,
on right now.
dude.
Man.
It's amazing. I
Oh,
feel like when he said it, there was like a big white flash, and
right. Just
everyone collapsed and fell over. It
right.
doesn't say that,
Right.
but that's what happens in my head.
I mean, could you imagine? And I'm sure he said it like supremely authoritatively. You know what I mean? Like with the utmost conviction. And just hearing
Yeah, because
that would be like,
that's what they all say about him.
yeah.
That's what like every time you hear like a stranger
Hmm.
talk about Jesus in the gospel, just about
Yeah.
they're always just like, you should have heard what this guy was saying. It was unreal.
Right. Yeah.
Every
Man.
single time they're just like, no one's ever even talked like this person.
They were all amazed.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
th-
They're like, what was that?
yeah. I would be curious to see how many times it says they were amazed in the New Testament because I remember reading it quite a lot. All right, let's see
Oh
here.
yeah. It's fun for me because the audio Bible I listen to is New King James,
Hmm.
and in that they use the word marvel.
Oh yeah, yeah, I've seen that as well.
So
Yeah.
they marveled,
Uh
and
huh.
so I'm always like, yeah, Marvel, because I love Marvel.
Yeah.
Dare I say, or at least I love a few of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mostly like the Avengers
Yeah.
series. I don't like watch all of them. My
Right.
goodness, that take forever.
Yeah, you'd be man, you'd be
Well,
out
I
of a
like
few days of your life, I think.
my favorites are the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, because they're funny. They're so well done, I think.
Yes, and Chris Pratt's a Christian.
Yep.
I know that that's not why they're
Mm-hmm.
my favorite,
Mm-hmm.
but it helps, doesn't it?
It does
It
help.
helps
Yeah.
a lot.
That so there's a show called Reacher, and I think his name's Alan. Oh boy, something. Alan something.
Oh yeah, my
Richter.
dad
Richter
told me
maybe.
about this.
Yeah. He came out as a Christian. Rather, he professed Christianity. That sounds weird. He came out as a Christian. Like you need to be in the closet for that. But he professed his Christianity, and dude, it made. I already loved that show, but it made me love it even more because I think he's a pretty good dude. All of the and man, maybe we even talked about this like early on in the first couple of episodes how he was gonna kill himself, and then his life kind of flashed before his eyes, and then he realized that once you're at the top, there's nothing there, you know, except God, kind of in a roundabout way. He made that statement. So it's what brought him to God.
Like when you finally reach your goal,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like there's nothing else
that's
there.
yeah, yeah. It's almost like a dog catching a car.
Right. Yeah. 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 That's that's honestly, man. I kind of felt that way after my fight. Like I'm no pro or anything, but like the lead up and the build up, and then you get there and then you fight, and afterwards it's kind of like, now what? You know? I mean, it's a terrible comparison, but it's the only one that I could sort of relate to. That is like once you win and that's it. It's kind of just like, yeah, what now? You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Or does that sound super
No,
arrogant of me to
yes,
say?
no, no. I know what that feeling's like, and it's funny because it's going to be because of World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
It was when I hit the rank Warlord
Uh huh.
in Classic. You
Yeah.
know, after high school,
Mm-hmm.
20 years ago.
Yeah. For
Uh,
for context, that getting Warlord was like a part time job, if not a full time job, right? Didn't you have to spend several hours a
It was
day
full
maintaining?
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a certain amount of points that we had to get to
Mm-hmm.
a week,
And then
and so you would PvP until you got that many points, and then you would stay there and
yeah.
for everyone to maximize their rank as much as possible.
No, was it?
And it was like what I wanted to do, right
Yeah.
after high school.
Right.
And it's like after high school, I didn't think about, well, what am I going to do? I was like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And I did it. And it was like the hardest thing I'd ever done at the time
Mm-hmm.
in my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I did it and I had such a feeling of accomplishment,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
that I'd never felt before,
Right.
other than maybe like learning a bike
Yeah.
for the first time
Right.
or something like that. Like it was that level of,
No, I understand
you
that.
know,
Yeah.
but this time it was like from real hard work,
Yeah.
and I was just like, wow, what now?
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
that's probably the first time I ever felt it. So it's usually the first time you feel something's the strongest,
Yeah.
you know.
Right.
So that's why it made me think of that.
Yeah. And people may take away from that saying it's just a game or whatever, but dude, you had
Yeah,
you had to devote a considerable amount of time to that, and you had to be good at it. You couldn't be sloppy and just, luck your way into or, fail your way into it. Like it took hard work.
say that. Anyone that would say that about like mathematicians being
Right.
nerds. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Right.
Obviously, they're nerds. They've had to have sat in front of a thing and
Yeah.
did it for hours and hours and hours and hours. That's what you got to do.
Yeah. Dude, it's
That's what passion is.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, to me, that's quite an accomplishment because I could never do it. I think I made it to rank 6, like Stone Guard or something, and I played all the time. It just proves that you could
Dude,
play all the time and not be good. You know what I mean?
I was that rank in high school. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was that rank not being able to play that much.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Like it's halfway there. I think wasn't it? Wasn't Warlord like 12 or High Warlord, whatever? was like 12 or something like that.
I only got 13 because I didn't need to go to 14.
Oh, gotcha. There were 14. Okay. Yeah. So I was way worse than I thought. But I think High Warlord was like a point system, right? You couldn't have more than one or more than a few every week or something, however they calculated that. Am I off base with that? But I thought a ton of people could not get it.
That's a weird thing for us to get into, but yeah, it went on. It went based off who got the most honor points that
Yeah, that's
week,
right.
and then below them, and it's like the second person, the
Yeah,
third, fourth.
right.
It went based on your rank of honor points
Mm-hmm.
that week, and
Yeah.
so.
So you could lose it, right? It was
Oh
like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, 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 easily. I lost mine immediately because I was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm done.
No, I
I was going
understand.
insane.
Yeah.
I
I
was going insane. I was playing so much WoW, and I was watching like such kid shows for some reason. I kept watching the Wonder Pets and like Lazy Town.
Because you need something to distract you from the grind, dude. Just
Dude,
gets
yeah,
super tedious.
but I mean, I was only 18. I
Yeah.
mean, I was 18.
Yeah.
Why was I watching these kid shows? Because I was going crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
But also,
uh,
you can't be too distracted, you know? So you need something like some easy listening in the background.
well, I mean, we didn't have like Netflix back then.
Right,
You
right.
know,
Yeah,
we didn't just watch that. I just watched them when they were on that day.
right.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's 11 a.m. It's time to watch Wonder Pets and Lazy Town. They're on back to back.
Oh, dude.
I can't believe I'm even saying this publicly, dude.
Who cares, man? This was a long time ago, anyways.
No one even knows what these shows are. It's
No,
fine.
no, definitely not the three people that listen to this. But um, anyway, let's. I only have like 30. I only have like 30 minutes left. So
Oh yeah, we
yeah,
serious hat.
yeah. Serious. Put your serious cap on. All right. So now we're gonna move into John 10. 11 is the next
Well,
statement.
we barely even talked about this one. We just went into other things, but
So maybe we don't.
at
Maybe
this
we might not
point,
get
we're
through
just
all three.
saying the only thing I will say with this one here is that we believe that Jesus has been around, you know, forever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the point of Mitch saying that stuff earlier. We also believe Jesus to be in the Old Testament
Yep.
as the angel of the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
because angel of the Lord was able to forgive people of their sins, and it really upset Lucifer. He's like, "What do you mean?
Yeah.
No one can do that."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he's just like, well, I just did, bro. You know, with that Jesus attitude that Jesus has got.
Yeah. So forgive my ignorance, but I did not know the angel of the Lord was God. So there was one statement, I think maybe it was in Kings, 1 Kings, because that's what I'm in the Old Testament right now. And I haven't read through it, so that's why I don't really know much about the angel of the Lord, I think, or didn't pay much attention to it. But he said and did something that was like, oh, that's, and it kind of dawned on me that that's God. It's not just an angel. That's like
Right?
God
Yeah,
or Jesus. You know what I mean?
yeah. It's like a burning bush.
Yeah, because the way he spoke, I was like, oh, there would be no angel that talks like that
Yeah,
if
yeah,
they weren't God.
exactly.
Yeah. So that was another, and like I was telling you, I think it's in a specific version of the Bible. It's like the wisdom of Solomon. They refer to wisdom, they personify it, and this was all in Logos, so you have to forgive me. I'm paraphrasing because I didn't get through all of it, but it's like it says that wisdom was seated at the right hand of God, and through wisdom the earth was created and everything was created. So there's so many instances of Jesus being referenced that it's you just can't dismiss it like I think some people do. You know, just like if you look at different religions, they say he wasn't a deity, whatever. But there's so much that points to it. Like, you just have to read a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's like
Um,
several instances of that throughout, at least as far
I
as
just
I've
looked
read.
up. I just had to look up my other verse that
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to mention here
Uh-huh.
because I'm gonna try to stop people. Okay, I know I keep mentioning verses and I forget what they are, so I need to stop being lazy and just
Yeah.
type it up
Yep.
before I say it,
Right.
and I'm gonna start doing that. Okay, so
Yeah.
so this is Luke 10:17 through 19. The 72 return with joy, saying, Lord, even the demons are subject to us in your name. And he said to them, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven.
Mm.
Which is just an amazing way to even start a sentence,
I
by the way.
know, dude. Oh, that's crazy, man.
I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. Behold, I have given you authority to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall hurt you. Um, but yeah, so that's him saying, hey, when the rebellion happened, I was there,
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I was going to ask you
and that
because,
happened before Abraham.
right.
So
Right. So that's saying that
so
he
there's
was
your
at the
answer.
right hand of God and saw this all
Yeah, he
unfold.
was there
Right.
already.
Right. I
He was
saw
just given a body.
I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. Just imagine that, dude. That's a crazy
He was cast down, dude.
man. Just smashed into
Kicked
the
out.
ground.
Bam.
Oh, dude, that's crazy. You know, I saw something interesting.
That's why.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's why me and the other folk believe that hell is in Earth,
Mm-hmm.
buried deep under there. We can't get there.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that, but I would say that based on what I've read, I would be inclined to believe that Satan isn't in hell. He very clearly still walks this earth. You know what I mean? He's
Well,
not.
he's allowed to. He's allowed to. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's allowed to be up and about.
Well,
I mean, we
I
know that. We know that from Job.
right. Yeah, absolutely. From what I know of Job, but I think there's a misconception that he's in hell, like torturing people, the little red dude with a tail, you know? But I don't believe that to be true. He's definitely walking this earth.
And to that point, I wanted to bring up Job 1:6 through 8
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to the freedom of Satan. And it says, "Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came among them. The Lord said to Satan, 'From where have you come?' Satan answered the Lord, saying, 'From going to and fro on the earth,
Mm-hmm.
and walking up and down on it.' And the Lord said to Satan, 'Have you considered my servant Job, that there is none like him on earth, a blameless and upright man who fears God and turns away from evil?'" But yeah, so that's Satan being like, he's like, "Well, I've been walking around the earth and walking up and down, walking into hell,
Yeah,
walking back up,
right.
walking around the surface,
Mm-hmm.
going back down into hell, going back up, going around the surface,
Yep.
trying to tempt people. That's
Mm-hmm.
what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's what he's always doing.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't need to sleep.
Yeah.
This is his favorite thing. He wants to show God that we are failures. The angels are better than humans.
Mm.
That he was right all along, and that you know he's just jealous. He got super mad.
Wow.
There's so much to it.
That just
I mean,
made
we could have a whole episode about it, really.
yeah. That just made some things click for me. That's crazy.
Really, like
Uh,
what?
I don't know. Just that he's trying to prove that we are what he said we were,
Yeah,
and that kind of gets
that's what
me.
he's always trying to.
That
That's
makes
the only thing he's trying to do.
yeah. That makes me mad. He provoked me, you know.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
sometimes he
Lucifer
provokes me.
wants you to sin so he can show God that you are a sinner,
I guess you would call
that
that
you are
conviction.
unworthy.
Yeah. I feel a form of
Lucifer has one goal, and it's unworthiness.
yeah. Oh man, that's crazy, dude. I'm glad we did this
Almost should
episode.
make you feel,
That's
almost should make you feel dirty.
yeah, or like a
Most unclean is one of my favorite titles of his.
mm-hmm.
That was just kind of cool, really.
Yeah, but
Most
also
un.
I'll show Satan. You know what I mean? I'll show him. I'll show him, dude. I'm just kidding. There's nothing we can do to be worthy, man. But we can try. We'll ultimately
Um,
fail.
well, we can choose him.
Yeah.
What we can do is humble ourselves before God,
Mm-hmm.
say, Your ways are right, my ways are wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Humble ourselves, and then he says that we are worthy when
Mm.
we do that. When we believe in Jesus and
Mm-hmm.
humble ourselves,
Yeah. Difficult thing to
then
do.
we become clean. Yo,
Come,
apparently,
come to find out.
it's not. It turns out it is. For me, it's not.
Yeah.
But turns out it's woo,
Yeah.
really difficult for
Yep.
a lot of folks.
Well, to that end, and we've said it 1,000 times, and I'll continue to say it. One of the things that really is kind of I wouldn't say foundation, but like is a pillar of my belief is how difficult everything gets when you're turning your back on worldly things. Like
Right,
there's something
right.
trying to drag you back in at every turn, right?
I know. Yeah, I know.
And I don't think that just comes from I just want to be a good person, because you could be a good person and still indulge in some of those things. You know, does that you know what I'm trying to say? Like lust, you could be
Yeah,
a good person still
yeah.
indulge in lust.
Because this is something. This is something I wanted to get into with the next statement. So
Okay,
that's super cool that you even brought it up.
let's do that. Let's get into it. Go.
Um, we're gonna go to we're back in John, the Gospel of John.
Mm-hmm.
Where we're gonna start? Um, 10, 11?
Oh, is it
Start
for
from 10,
10
11.
11? 10 11 is the statement.
10, 11. But then I'll read 11 through what 18.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll do that. I am the
Excuse me.
good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. The hired hand is not the shepherd and does not own the sheep. So when he sees the wolf coming, he abandons the sheep and runs away. The wolf attacks the flock and scatters it. The man runs away because he is a hired hand and cares nothing for the sheep. And that's just what you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Um, People not caring because it doesn't matter to them.
Right.
It has nothing to do with them at all.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's like a fake person,
Yeah.
you know. I think it's a great example. I think it's a great example, and corporate America jobs would be like, "Welcome to the team. We're all friends here." And it's like
Mm-hmm.
even in the Bible, even biblical days,
Mm-hmm.
Jesus is saying the hired hand doesn't care.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that cracks me up a
Yeah.
little bit, you
Yeah.
know. All right, and continue at 14. I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep, and my sheep know me. Just as the Father knows me, and I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. I have other sheep that are not of this sheep pen. I must bring them also. They too will listen to my voice, and there shall be one flock and one shepherd. The reason my Father loves me is that I lay down my life, only to take it up again. No one takes it from me, but I lay it down of my own accord. I have authority to lay it down and authority to take it up again. This command I received from my Father.
Mm.
I'm just going to continue to read the rest of the chapter or until the next story.
Yeah.
The Jews
Please do.
who heard these words were again divided, many of them saying, He is demon possessed and raving mad. Why listen to him? But others have said, these are not the sayings of a man possessed by a demon. Can a demon open the eyes of the blind?
Yeah. Yeah, nothing about that screams demon possessed. Like
I know, right?
they were really
Yeah.
reaching, were they not?
Yeah, that's just some of my favorite
Excuse me.
stuff right there. Yeah, I love that because this has really spoken to me recently with just people being fake.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's really what it's about, man.
Yeah.
Um, he's the good shepherd.
Mm-hmm.
No one else is.
Right. Yeah, kind of. And knowing the sound of my voice, I think they could have done well with that when they were on the Sea of Galilee in the storm. Like, yeah, don't be afraid. You know my voice, dude. Come on, boys. Have a little faith.
Come on, boys.
Just just a little faith, mustard seed size.
I also love how he says, "I have other sheep that are not of this sheep pen."
Mm-hmm. I assume he's referring to Gentiles, right?
I would assume so too.
Well, you know what they say about assuming, but I think that's a fairly safe bet without looking
The
further
only
into it.
other the only other assumption would be things that would make but that would put a big smile on my face,
Yeah.
which is saying that there's like other planets
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
with people. And he's like, there's those sheep too,
Mm-hmm.
because there's just a lot of space out there,
Yeah. Right.
and I don't know. Maybe he has other living things. I
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool to me.
Yeah.
They
And
probably don't need saved.
right.
I want to assume that God has one son,
Mm-hmm.
and the son laid down his life for humankind.
Mm-hmm.
If there are other living creatures, they're probably not smart. They're probably like creatures.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably not they didn't eat the forbidden fruit of knowledge, so they're stupid like the animals are,
Yeah.
like creatures are,
Yeah.
or something like
Yeah.
that. But I still want there to be other creatures out there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It makes me happy
Right.
because if they are, they're not aliens. They're our brothers in Christ, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't think it's blasphemous or anything to assume that the
No, that's I've never said that about aliens before, and it
yeah.
cracked me up.
Yeah. Well,
Man,
he's
you can tell I'm getting sick from that voice
I
that's
know.
coming out there.
Well,
Um,
luckily we only have like 10 minutes left,
good
so
thing
you
we're
don't have to.
almost yeah, good thing
Yeah.
we're almost over. So let's get out of here. Or not. Let's get out of here. Let's move on to
Yeah.
the next one,
Yeah. This is the one
which is
you picked. Yeah.
this is the one I specifically picked.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yes, because I love it. Because as I say, Jesus, one of the titles I give him is the gardener.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so this is John 15:1.
Mm-hmm.
I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes. Hold on.
Yep.
Let me scratch this.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much different than New King James.
Oh,
And
really?
this is the NIV. I forgot I was reading NIV,
Oh, yeah,
which
yeah.
is gross.
Yeah.
I don't like the way it just really threw me off.
Yeah.
To just get the
Which
right
is
translation.
gross.
Well, it is I didn't like the way that was worded at
Yeah.
all.
No, I get it. I get it.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
All right, now we're going to go. Yeah, we're going to read John 15:1 through 8.
Mm-hmm.
The true vine. I am the true vine, and my Father is the vine dresser. Every branch in me that does not bear fruit, he takes away. And every branch that bears fruit, he prunes, that it may bear more fruit. You are already clean because of the word which I have spoken to you. Abide in me, and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself Unless it abides in the vine, neither can you unless you abide in me. Now that's going hard.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Um, because some of my favorite things to say about people that have never felt the spirit before, I'm like, well, humans are designed to have this the to feel the spirit of God, to have that
Mm-hmm.
agape love,
Yep.
that you're like a fish out of water,
Mm-hmm.
that you're like a flower plucked,
Mm-hmm.
or as he says, you're like a branch that's been broken off, from the main tree.
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, how is your branch gonna get nutrients and grow fruit unless you're attached to the tree?
Right. Absolutely.
That's exactly what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Onwards to 5. I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me and I am him bears much fruit. For without me, you can do nothing. If, if anyone does not abide in me, he is cast out as a branch and is withered. And they gather them and throw them into the fire and they are burned. If you abide in me and my words abide in you, you will ask what you desire and it shall be done for you. By this my Father is glorified, that you bear much fruit, so you will be my disciples.
Mm.
It's just one of the more powerful thing
Yeah.
I think Jesus ever says,
Yeah.
um, in the ways of just how intimate it is.
Yeah. Right.
It's very intimate and in such a good way of saying it.
Mm-hmm.
It's easily, I think it might be the best way he ever explained things
Mm-hmm.
between the relationship of us and him and God.
Yeah. I like.
It also reminds me of, not to cut you off right
No, you're
there,
fine.
of where, there was the parable of, the one
The sower.
with one plant. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. It's like,
no.
well,
There's a
it's like,
few of
well,
them. Yeah.
let me, it's like, well, the master's like, let me get rid of this plant. It doesn't produce any fruit. And the gardener's like, well, let me work on it some more,
Mm-hmm.
let me dig around it and give it some fertilizer,
Yeah.
and it really he literally brings that back again,
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I.
saying that God's the one that looks at it, and he's the vine dresser.
Right.
He makes sure everything's good. He makes it in the first place,
Mm-hmm.
sure is everything good, and then it's the Father's final decision,
Right.
but the Son is strong
Mm-hmm.
and in him, and we are, and that way we are with the Son.
Right.
It explains Jesus perfectly,
Yeah.
actually,
Mm-hmm.
in a way that there's hardly any need to even explain it. It just is what it is.
That was kind of a
You're either
point.
grown in Him, or you're broken off and you wither.
Right.
The wither ones don't produce any more fruit, and they're gathered and they're burned up. That's what
Mm-hmm.
you do.
Mm-hmm.
We've all seen it.
Yeah. Well, I think we talked about it before, but just the gardening parallels. You wouldn't call them parallels, but the what would you call that? The way he describes things as like a garden, for instance. I guess just the way he
I
in his
I
metaphor,
thought
maybe.
I thought parallels were fine.
Yeah.
Um,
I
yeah, he
th-
does it a lot, doesn't he? That's why I
yeah,
call him the gardener.
but
Um,
I think it makes it really understandable and relatable. Like that's easy to understand, right? Oh, you cut a branch off, withers and dies. Then what?
well,
It's burned. You know.
I think something's a bit obvious here,
Mm-hmm.
and it's that God designed plants to represent the spiritual world.
Right. Yeah.
And how cool is that?
No, it's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
Maybe maybe that's the point I
because
was trying to make less eloquently.
he talks about, you know the spirit and plants
Mm-hmm.
all the time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
all the time to the point that it can't be a coincidence.
Right.
that
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
uh I mean biological life is its own thing.
mhm.
That's what we are.
Yeah.
But plant life is a lot different and they work like the spiritual realm.
Yeah.
There's so many plants that scientists don't even understand yet. It's funny.
I know.
Um and it's like you're never going to get it. They're like this plant can see things. This plant sees things. It has no eyes. And we're like, yeah, well, yeah, we know. How does it see? They say. I don't know, dude. A part of God lives in it. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
Right. It's just like the parable of the sower and stuff. I don't know. It just makes sense. Like being attached to your creator and using like gardening
Yeah.
and vines and stuff. That just, it makes it make sense. Like you kind of have to be a
And
dummy not to draw the parallels, I think.
the thing is that as the main tree, he relies on you, the branch, to make the fruit.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
He's not making the fruit, he's making you.
Yeah. Woo. Dang.
You got to make the fruit. And if you make the fruit that he gives nutrients for, it's tasty. Tasty fruit.
That's the good fruit he's talking about, you know?
That's the good fruit. That's that 100-fold fruit.
Ugh. Well, with that being said, I think that's a great place to leave off. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
this one's going to be a short one, and I wouldn't be opposed to doing one maybe later in the week if you wanted, or a couple next week or something. But
We'll get into more I am statements later
yeah,
and hopefully not be so distracted with
yeah, dude. Right,
uh, news.
right. Yeah, dude. Or
But yeah,
work.
this was nice.
Yeah, I kind of,
Or work. Yeah. Ugh.
I kind of like that form. I maybe not format, but just picking a subject and just talking about it a little bit. I think it's kind of refreshing as opposed to speaking only on parables. If you if you're picking up
Yeah.
what I'm putting down,
Oh, for sure.
or to change it up, I guess it just kind of refreshing. I think.
It felt good to change it up, didn't
Yeah.
it? Well,
Yeah.
we changed it up talking with your brother.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah. Now we'll maybe do more stuff like this. That way
Yeah.
we don't run out of parables super fast. Because
Right.
we
Yeah.
only have
That was my thought. I'm like, man, we're going through all the parables.
yeah, and
Let's
some
do
of
some other
them
things.
I don't know that you could make a full episode out of some of them. I'm sure you could if you just really, really got into the
Yeah. Well, I can't talk about like one thing ever.
right.
So,
Yeah, yeah. Like the lamp, the one about the lamp and not bringing fuel and all that stuff. Like
oh yeah.
I don't know that you could make a full like hour long episode on that unless you just
Are you sure? That's one I
I'm
feel
not.
I can get pretty deep into, man.
Am I thinking of that one or the 10 virgins? Which is the one that's really short and it comes after
Those
like maybe the parable
those
of the
2 are the
sower or something?
same. Those aren't I thought those 2 were the same. Are
Are
you
they?
talking
They
about the
might be.
lady looking for her coin?
Yeah, so there's that one. Aren't they all kind of in the
You lit a
same
lamp.
section? Yeah.
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 Yeah, he references them back to back, I think.
Right. Yeah. So there's the
Or he talks
coin.
about the sheep, like, if you lose your sheep, do you not go get it?
Right. Then the
If you lose
coin.
your precious coin
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of the night, do you not light a lamp and
Right.
look for it?
Right.
And I'm over here thinking, "No." You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Not really. I mean, that would have to be one special coin.
Well, yeah.
And when I thought of that, that made me feel nice.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, we are that special coin."
I was just gonna say that. Yeah. He's talking about us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, leaving
And I
the
was like,
99.
"No." I
Yeah.
was like, "Nah, man, that coin will still be there when the daylight comes.
Right.
I don't need to light a lamp for
Yeah.
that."
Right. No.
But, not unless you love that coin,
Right.
and you need to know that that coin's safe because because the coin might get hurt at night.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or the one lamb,
The little
leaving the
co the
99
little
for the
coin.
one.
Well I think the thing about the coin is that someone might steal the coin.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. The lamb one is getting hurt, right? Isn't that what he's worried about,
Um,
it getting hurt or something like that? It's been so long since I've looked at that one, to be honest with you. So I should probably stop talking about it, but yeah.
that reminds me of him being like, "Is it illegal to heal on the Sabbath?"
Mm, right.
And they just sit there and it says that they don't even say anything.
Right.
And then he heals the man. He's
Yeah.
just like, "Go." And then he's just like, "Which one of you, if your donkey was lost, was trapped in a hole,
Mm-hmm.
would you not lift him up
Yeah.
on the Sabbath?"
Right. Is
I love
that
it when he's like, "I am the Lord of the Sabbath."
Oh yeah. Is is that the same area where he
I had to have
talks?
made him mad.
Oh yeah. Where he talks about doing the work of his father, and his father works to this very day, I think is what he says, meaning that God works on the Sabbath, so he will also work on the Sabbath. Is that the same? Like, I
I'm
don't
not.
want to call it
I'm not.
section.
I
That
don't.
sounds,
I don't. I don't think so.
yeah, I think it's a different part of it, isn't it? Like he's talking like a
Maybe.
different time or something, or maybe even a different gospel. I'm getting them all confused, man.
Oh man, I don't know.
I don't
But
know,
let's
man.
get out of here.
Yeah.
Let's end this. Lord, we thank you for listening to us and helping us in these dark times. Times seem darker than usual today, and I feel like there may be more discourse than usual. And we're going to need your help more than ever. So please be at work with us here in America, at least, if we weren't divided more than ever before what we are now. So, oh Lord, be with us in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. That's true, man.
Mm.
It's probably a time
Oh,
of
yeah.
greater division than we've seen in recent months, I would imagine, because this
Yeah.
is
Like what came to mind there. I
yeah.
mean, I don't plan prayers. I just
Mm-hmm.
say what the Spirit says, and that's what the Spirit said.
Mm-hmm. I
That
think
if
that's
we
a
weren't divided
right,
before,
right,
we are now
and I think that's a very
with
commonly
this.
held
Are you
belief.
kidding me?
Yeah, right. You're not the only one thinking that way. So, but
Yeah.
anyways, on that note, thank you everybody for listening. It's been fun. Hopefully,
Till
we'll have
next
the
time.
opportunity. Yeah. Till next time. Bye now.
Bye bye.
Bye.